Welcome to today's explainer. Look, today we're unpacking a truly powerful story, and it's all about the profound difference between what we own and who we actually are. We're talking about discovering true wealth. And no, I don't mean bank accounts or stock portfolios. I mean wealth built through genuine personal growth. If you've ever felt like the odds were totally stacked against you, or if you've ever just wondered what makes a person truly successful at their core, this story is going to give you a completely new perspective on facing hardship. So, let's dive right in by anchoring our focus on this one central truth. Life doesn't test us to destroy us, it tests us to teach us. Hardship isn't some sort of punishment, right? It's literally the ultimate catalyst for our greatest personal evolution. As we trace the lives of the two individuals in our source material today, I want you to just keep this quote in the back of your mind. It's essentially the compass for everything we're about to uncover. Part 1. Two boys, two worlds. To really understand this lesson, we have to look at two baby boys who were born on the exact same morning. One of them opens his eyes to a life of mansion gardens, private tutors, the whole shebang, immediate rewards for everything. But by shielding him from every conceivable struggle, his wealthy parents unknowingly totally stunted his growth. Now, across the city, the other boy was born in a small public clinic to laborers. He grew up in a tiny house with a leaking roof, walking miles to school in worn-out shoes. Yet, while his wealthy peer was learning immediate gratification, this boy was quietly promising himself that his future success would absolutely outshine the mockery of his classmates. Now, you might be wondering where he got that kind of resilience. Well, it came straight from his mother. While the rich boy was just handed the world, the poor boy's parents literally skipped meals just so he could eat. Yet every single night, his mother would smile at him and say, "Never be ashamed of being poor. Be ashamed only if you stop dreaming." That single sentence became his guiding light. It proves that the most valuable inheritance you can give a kid isn't cash, it's a mindset. Part 2. The test of hardship. For the poor boy, the test hits, and it hits incredibly hard. Out of nowhere, his father falls seriously ill. Overnight, the family's tiny income just vanishes. Bills pile up, the cupboards are bare. So the young boy has to make a brutal, immediate choice. He spends his days carrying heavy bricks, cleaning shops, basically pushing his tired, aching body to its absolute physical limits just to keep his family afloat. And at night, well, there's no electricity at home, so he sits outside, studying his secondhand books under the faint glow of a street lamp. He doesn't quit. If anything, his determination just grows fiercer. Meanwhile, as the poor boy is fighting tooth and nail for his family's survival, the rich boy is just continuing his comfortable little life. He's attending parties, he's shopping at high-end malls, taking expensive vacations. He's just entirely complacent. Actually, it's more like he genuinely believes that success and comfort are his birthright. Because he has never faced the sheer terror of losing everything, he has absolutely no appreciation for what he has, and honestly, no understanding of how fragile it all really is. Part 3. Reversal of fortune. Fast forward a few years, and life reveals its true nature. Those grueling nights the poor boy spent studying under the street lamp, they pay off massively. He earns a scholarship, graduates with excellent results, and builds an incredibly successful career. But at the exact same time, a series of failed investments completely wipes out the rich boy's family business. Gone. The mansion is sold, the luxury cars are repossessed, the people he thought were his friends just vanish into thin air. The young man who never had to worry about a single dime now intimately knows the agonizing fear and uncertainty that the poor boy grew up with. Which brings us to a spectacularly tense moment in the source material. Picture this. It's a rainy afternoon. The former rich boy, now destitute, terrified, and totally desperate for any job he can find, walks into a modern office building for an interview. He opens the door to the manager's office, and he just freezes. Sitting right there, behind the desk, is the poor boy from his childhood. Part 4. The second chance. Okay, this moment brilliantly illustrates the ultimate payoff of all that early hardship. The former rich boy instantly lowers his head. He's fully bracing himself for humiliation, expecting this guy to take revenge for years of childhood mockery. But instead, the successful businessman stands up, smiles warmly, and literally embraces him like an old friend. He doesn't see an enemy. He sees someone fighting a very familiar battle that he himself knows all too well. And then, the businessman says the exact words we opened this explainer with. Life doesn't test us to destroy us. It tests us to teach us. We all deserve a second chance. By sharing this wisdom, Wisdom born from those cold nights under a streetlight and exhausting days carrying bricks, he completely changes the former rich boy's life forever. He offers him a job, sure, but way more importantly than that, he offers him his dignity. And you know what? The rich boy really takes that second chance to heart. He undergoes this incredible transformation. He accepts the opportunity with overwhelming gratitude. He's arriving early every single morning. He's learning every task with total humility. Every challenge becomes a lesson for him, and every failure becomes motivation. He finally truly learns that a success you earn through sweat and humility is infinitely more valuable and deeply felt than a success just handed to you on a silver platter. Part 5. The True Wealth. So, years later, both men stand shoulder to shoulder at a charity event, happily donating their wealth to educate children from impoverished families. Think about how beautiful that is. One man escaped poverty through sheer determination. The other man escaped arrogance through humbling defeat and newfound humility. Yet both of them arrived at the exact same destination, having learned the exact same profound truth. Because here's the reality. Money can disappear overnight. Mansions can be sold. Massive business empires can and do fail. But knowledge, discipline, kindness, and integrity, those are indestructible treasures. Those are the core traits that absolutely no twist of fate can ever steal from you. And that, right there, is true wealth. Which brings us to a direct challenge for all of us watching this explainer right now. If you're starting from the bottom today, if you're struggling, please never lose hope. Your current circumstances do not define your future. Keep dreaming. But if you're sitting comfortably right now, if you're wealthy or highly successful, never become proud. Life can change without a moment's warning. We really must respect every single person we meet, because every sunrise brings an opportunity to take small steps toward greatness, regardless of where we happen to be starting from. At the end of the day, your character will absolutely always be worth more than your money. Your kindness will be remembered far longer than your wealth ever will be. And your sheer determination to just keep moving forward will always create a future that's brighter than your past. The battles you're fighting today, they're just building the indestructible wealth of your character for tomorrow. So I want to leave you with this lingering thought to carry with you. Knowing that hardship is really just a teacher, and that your true wealth is found within. When life tests you tomorrow, and trust me, it will, what kind of character will you choose to build? Thank you so much for exploring this lesson with me today. Keep learning, keep growing, and I'll see you in the next explainer.